Happening? What's good, people? Yeah, boy, man, Mike coming at you guys with a bit of a preview of tonight's game. Kind of want to start earlier today. We have a laundry list of things to kind of go by and things to talk about. First, I want to get some promotional things out tonight. Again, if you guys want, all right, please head over to the Heavy Hitters channel so we can get to 500. Myself, K Styles, Ju Talk Sports, we officially have the Heavy Hitters exclusive channel. Again, that channel is going to host specifically the Heavy Hitters. Again, myself, K Styles, Ju Talk Sports. Obviously, we're gonna have some guests and people on that show. So it won't just be us, but the conversation shifts just a tad bit. If you did not see my live yesterday on the Heavy Hitters channel, again, that's why you need to subscribe over there. I'm going to be talking about all NFL topics. I gave a rundown on what I expect from every starting quarterback in the NFL right now. So you can go over there and actually check out that live. Again, I gave my expectations of every single quarterback, all 32. I actually referenced the article as well. So this is an interesting thing that's happening tonight. And I'm gonna say this. And good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Somebody say something, goddamn. So I know you motherfuckers ain't bots. Somebody say, hey, Mike, or something, shit. Motherfuckers just on here creeping and shit. Like, y'all, I know y'all don't, I know this is not how y'all are in the morning. Like, half of y'all be crunk in the damn morning sending AFN and everybody in AFN 50 damn messages, but you get on the damn Our Live show and don't want to speak. Not even say, hey, you didn't even give a thumbs up. It's 16 people here, and we got one damn like. Come on, people. What the hell is going on with y'all? It's game day and y'all ain't even crunk. Y'all ain't even excited. Y'all ain't saying shit. Ain't nobody saying nothing, doing nothing. Hit the damn like button or something. Jesus Christ, bro. John, what's happening? See, John is in Oregon, and he has the common courtesy to say hey or something or hit the like button. Good googly moogly. I told you I was gonna stop. I'm gonna stop trying to curse so much. So y'all bear with me. Bear with me on that. That's a lifelong journey to me. I came out the womb saying fuck that shit. So seriously though, Jonathan Jackson from Texas, man. Maurice, Ivy, John St. Clair, Blizz, Southside, Julian Rodriguez, fours up. And that's all I see right now. But hey, man, Leo Targaryen, Leo, what's going on, man? What's going on, brother? Yeah, so the conversation that I wanted to kind of have, obviously, we're going to get to the juicy stuff first, and then you guys, throw your expectations of what you see tonight. I'm going to just come out the gate swinging. Look, I'm going to come out the gate like Mike Tyson swinging for the fences. This game is not about the Atlanta Falcons, okay? All right? This is not about the Atlanta Falcons fans. This is not to see if Caleb McGarry is actually worth his money. This isn't about seeing if Grady Jarrett gonna get less snaps. This is not a game that's about seeing Calais Campbell get some action. This is not about Arthur Smith and seeing the type of offense he's gonna have. This is not about seeing Bijan Mustard, aka Mr. Bijan Robinson, aka Mr. Marshall Faulk, aka Mr. Electric. All right. It's not about seeing him. It's not about the defense. It's not about the defensive back. It's not about anything and anybody else except for one guy. One guy, and you guys take your guess on who that one guy is, people. Who do you guys think this game is going to be about? Like, let's just keep it real. And again, let's keep this real. Y'all know good and goddamn gone well that this game is about one specific person, and this one specific person just so happened to wear a number 9. All right, all eyes on me. That's what this is all about, bro. Yeah, Southside. It's all about Desmond. Hold on. Let me say this. Desmond Ridder. That's what it is. All right, that's what it is. Desmond Ridder. It's about that guy. Let's keep it real. Everybody trying to see whether or not. No, not Felipe Franks. Hell no. I love Felipe though, man. I love Felipe. And for that one person who's unsubscribed for my video because I said in the video, that's another thing. Let me say this real quick before I get into that. I gotta say this real quick, people. We make videos, okay? We make videos for conversation. So don't take the title of the video so seriously. I can't believe I'm having to say this, but don't take the title of the video so seriously. A lot of that, what's going on, Jonathan? Don't take the title of the video so seriously. A lot of that, and a lot of them not gonna tell you, but look, I'm gonna be honest. That's just to hook people in. All right, the title, the thumbnails, all that type of stuff. That's to hook people in. So don't take it seriously. Actually listen to the video, listen to what we're saying, and try to understand. Even if you listen to 2 minutes, 1 minute, just listen to the conversation. A lot of people saw the title and saw that thumbnail and said, "Oh, here go Mike. I thought he was a positive content creator. Here he go, talking all negative about the person. He love Felipe Franks, but he don't love Frank Darby. You see, he a hypocrite. He don't even keep up to his own word." It's about hooking people in. We are creators. We are in the quote unquote, and I hate this term, the entertainment business. So we got to do things to kind of hook people in and to get them to watch the show. But once you watch the show, we give you quality. We give you quality. We give you the facts, the stats, and the truth. So don't take the title and the thumbnails so seriously. All right? Listen to what is spoken. If you go to that video, the first thing I said in the video was I really like Felipe, Felipe obviously, but Frank Darby. All right, I love Frank Darby. I love what he's doing. Sonya, how you doing? King Treyway. But I love what Frank Darby. He did a great job of getting himself ready for the season. He did a great job. But with this team and Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, these guys don't care about who you're getting yourself ready for the season. They don't care nothing about that, and nor should they. Because guess what? It's all about winning. It's all about competition. And right now, Frank Darby has competition. Now, I hear a lot of people saying, well, he's going to be on injured reserve. That's not a guarantee. This is strictly protocol. Okay, this is why I wanted to speak on this, because we got a lot of people assuming that players that'll be cut are going to be on injured reserve and they're going to be back with the team. That's not necessarily true. It's all about protocol. The NFL, they're doing a better job of protecting players' rights. And a lot of teams, you can go back to teams like the Dallas Cowboys, especially the Patriots. They manipulated the injury reserve list so they can hide players. So a lot of the times, the players that get injured, these guys have to go through a process. You no longer can you just cut guys and say, all right, you off my team, I don't have to pay you anything. Well, they have rights, they have insurance policies, and they have protocols in place in the NFL, so players have rights. A lot of times these guys get hurt at the place of business. And back in the old day, if you got hurt at the place of business, you were left on your own. This is not necessarily the case anymore. So Frank Darby has to go on IR when he was playing with the Atlanta Falcons and be under the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are responsible to Frank Darby because he got hurt at his place of work. It's the same thing. We have workers' right as a regular citizen. It applies to the Atlanta Falcons and the NFL. So I wanted to explain that. All right, so you guys get a better understanding of what the process is. It's not necessarily that Frank Darby is going to be on a practice squad. It's just an injury protocol throughout the NFL, and you can see this through all 32 teams, not just the Atlanta Falcons. So it's part of the protocol. Not to say that Frank Darby won't get another chance, but chances are when a guy get cut this early in camp, especially from an injury, he won't be healthy time soon. So again, you put him on injury reserve. He's out for X amount of games, or days, or weeks, and he'll be eligible to come back. But that's not necessarily true. I hear a lot of people saying that, well, Arthur kept him around for whatever reason. Well, he kept him around because of, again, he kept this guy around because that's a part of the protocol nonsense. So I want to explain that. But again, going into what I was saying about Desmond Ridder, okay? Desmond Ridder. This game is not about anything other than what we see right in front of us. All right, and what we see in front of us when it comes down to this Atlanta Falcons, the media surrounding the Atlanta Falcons, again, they don't care nothing about our defense. They don't care nothing about our offensive line. They don't care nothing about the running backs outside of Bijan Robinson. They could care freaking less. This game is all about seeing what Desmond Ridder can do. All right. Let's not be idiots. Let's not be fools. Let's not be morons. This game is all about what they're going to be able to do, what we're going to see out of Desmond Ridder. All right. So again, I know a lot of people are saying to themselves, like, I'm going to be watching, expecting the defense, the offense, the line, the wide receivers, the quarterback play. And tonight we're going to see Desmond Ridder. This game is all about Desmond Ridder and see if he has improved as a quarterback, and what we're going to, just ultimately see he can do. His accuracy has become an issue at hand. But everybody right now, if you have not already, just let me know what your expectations are for Desmond Ridder. What do you expect to see from Desmond Ridder, right? So that's the first question for you guys. What do you expect to see from Desmond Ridder? And like I said before, the media, they can say all they want, but we know the truth. We know the truth when it comes down to this. They don't care. They don't care about nothing else. This is what the media is looking for. This is what the media and the analysts, this is what they're focused on. This is why they go out their way to talk about guys like, Bryce Young. He didn't look good at all. CJ Stroud didn't look good. But you put these guys on a pedestal. I mean, Trey Lance, they don't know what the hell to do with him over there. Their quarterback room is a mess in San Francisco. But these are the guys that you put on a pedestal. All right? They had Sam Darnold. You talking about Sam Darnold. They got more respect and more expectations and positive outlook for Sam Darnold and San Francisco than Desmond Ridder. And San Francisco is a team and an offense that's just they can't stay healthy. So what in the passing game has San Francisco done that the Atlanta Falcons haven't done? Outside of having Dio and George Kittle. They haven't done much of anything. They don't develop wide receivers well. They don't really develop tight ends because outside of George Kittle, they're extremely okay. So this is what we talk about when we talk about the hypocrisy when it comes down to this media. The media does not care. The media doesn't care about anything outside of being able to put over ratings. All right. And I made a video on Shannon Sharp. I'm going to throw another tick out there. Obviously they brought in Shannon Sharp and they gave him the bag. Let's keep that real. He's on there 2 days, but I can guarantee you they gave him more than $15 million to go over at ESPN. All right. They gave him the bag. Why? Because it's all about ratings. It's all about bringing in people who look like us. All right. The regular people, and talk, walk, eat, sleep, just like us. So they brought in two guys, and Pat McAfee, he relates to the average, average male as it pertains to how he speaks and how he talks, and he's flamboyant in his speeches, and I'm using a term. I'm using a term that like trying not to be too controversial, but he speaks in a manner in which everybody can attest to. The same thing for Shannon Sharp. So the media only cares about ratings. They only care about bringing in and committing to a style of media and conversation that everybody can connect to. So that's all they care. This is why they don't give a damn about what Desmond Ridder is. All right, they don't care nothing about Desmond Ridder. This game is not about the Atlanta Falcons. It's not about can they contend and compete with a championship team and the Cincinnati Bengals. They don't care nothing about this. This is all about Desmond freaking Ridder. All right, Desmond comes out. He's 0 for 2, 0 for 3 in the first series. Guess what? Yeah, y'all know it. It's gonna be absolute pandemonium. Social media is going to be off the fucking chain. So if you have not, go over to Atlanta Falcons Nation on Facebook. Kerry, Kiara from One Time from the Fan, Garen, Rashad, Kelvin, like all these people who help us maintain that group. I got to throw out my girl Lily. She know who she is. I like calling her Lily. She don't know that, but yeah, Lily. These people help us, run that group, and there's almost 20,000 over there. So y'all head over there and join the conversation because it's going to be interesting. Head over to Twitter. I retweet a lot of One Time for the Fan, Out of Your Falcon Mind, all those guys. Join the conversation with us. Also, you can join our Discord. All right, if one of these guys in this chat that's a part of the Discord, go ahead and throw that in there too, man. So people can join the conversation. We're gonna try a watch party also tonight. It's gonna be hosted by the Lord of the Discord, J Rock. All right, so trying something new. But head over there and join the conversation because it's going to get absolutely ugly, okay? Let's just keep it real. It's going to get ugly if Desmond Ridder come out 0-3. It's going to be ugly if Desmond Ridder comes out and show. So it's going to be a complete shit show tonight, all right? Let's just keep it real. Whether he does positive or he does negative, it's going to be an absolute shit show. So follow us on Twitter. Follow us in the Discord. Follow us on Atlanta Falcons Nation on Facebook. You can find Mad Mike Sports there, Atlanta Falcons Nation, the pages and the Facebook groups. All right, we're absolutely everywhere. You cannot miss us. All right, but it's all come down to Desmond Ridder. What I expect to see from Desmond Ridder this year in this particular game is all about it's all about I want to see how he commands. I want to see the confidence. It's like when I looked at the game last night, and I hope you guys can attest to this also, but what I saw from that team, the super chat, if you want to, that's a story right now. So if you want to super chat, if you want to donate to Mad Mike Sports in itself, head over to, you can cash at me at Mad Mike Sports. All right, it spells exactly that. You'll see my beautiful face. The ladies think I look like Morris Chestnut, but that haven't been confirmed nor denied by me, but they probably denied it. But they think I look like Morris Chestnut. So hit me up on Cash App if you want to kind of donate to Mad Mike Sports. I'm going through a period where YouTube decided that Mad Mike reuses content. So I have to go through a period where I have to kind of rebrand the channel. And it's quite a few huge YouTube channels being hit like that. So again, if you want to donate to Mad Mike Sports or Atlanta Falcons Nation, all right, it had an Atlanta Falcons Nation, and you'll have my face on it. But Cash App us if you want to donate to this particular channel. But when it comes down to Desmond Ridder, man, it's like my thing is I'm going to be focused on Desmond Ridder and how he commands and the confidence he conveys. It's all about confidence with the quarterback. Like once a quarterback loses all his confidence, once there is any doubt in his head he can't make a throw, once there's any doubt that he can command his teammates and tell his teammates to shut the fuck up and run the fucking out route and don't pussyfoot around, like that's the stuff that I want to see in our quarterback. I don't give a damn about him throwing 5-yard hooks. I don't give a fuck about him doing 9 routes and deep routes and post routes and, you know, 7, 8 routes. Like, I don't give a damn about none of that shit. I want my quarterback to be absolutely dominating, have a presence on the field. When he gets sacked, when he gets pressure, I want to see him get down and protect himself. I want to see him do the small things first. So many people get caught up in how a guy can make these big time throws. And this is what I said about Anthony Richardson. I feel for this kid. He's on a path to destruction. Anthony Richardson is on a path of destruction. He's already off on the wrong foot. When I hear a quarterback coming out of college and say, I don't give a damn if I throw the ball 500 miles an hour, he better catch it. No. Again, you gotta learn how to adapt to the players around you. And if you don't have a quarterback can adapt to each style of wide receiver, that's the quarterback's fault. You don't want to have a team full of wide receivers that does everything. Like all these wide receivers are good at is jumping, you know, making the play on the deep ball. Like if you got a bunch of wide receivers that are good at just deep routes, that's no good. There's absolutely, you can design coverages to take that away. We've seen that time and time again. This is why Calvin Ridley with the Atlanta Falcons didn't fit this offense. He's a great deep threat. He's a great guy using his speed. But in the short and intermediate routes, this dude is a coward. This is why Sam call him Coward 18. It's because when you look at him specifically, you see him running away from contact, shying away from contact. You got a deep ball. That Kansas City in K-Styles, I'm sorry for saying this, but when you look at that game against him in Kansas City, all he had to do was keep straight. He would have had the touchdown. This fucking dude was so terrified of contact, he slowed down, stopped, and then ended up getting hit. This is the stuff we talk about. So as a quarterback, the reason why I say Anthony Richardson is on a path of destruction is because he's only focused about 2 things: throwing the ball deep and looking like Cam Newton. Yeah. He only worried about 2 things. He's not worried about being a good leader. He's not worried about protecting themselves. He's not worried about that playbook. He's worried about looking like Cam Newton so he can stiff arm defenders and be a big quarterback. Like he's more interested in being Cam Newton, and he probably don't even know Cam Newton like that, but he's headed down the same path Cam Newton is. Quarterbacks should never, ever, ever think about running over a defender. The quarterback's job is to be safe so he can play every freaking snap. That's your job, is to protect yourself as a quarterback. So when you're doing things like running over defensive backs and trying to run over deep running backs and not running backs, but linebackers, when you're doing these types of things, you're not helping your team. All right, there comes times during the game where you got to get that extra yard or a couple of inches, then put your body on the line. But when I consistently see quarterbacks tear themselves, like they try to run over the fences just so they can, have a highlight, like that shit makes me cringe. I don't want my quarterback taking those types of hits. I don't want my quarterback taking those types of hits, and nor should he take those type of hits. All right? So when it comes down to it, and Dwayne Bodie, I appreciate it, man. With the $20, all right, $20 super chat for us here at Atlanta Falcons Nation. I appreciate you, brother. And Dwayne, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you? I forget who it was, but somebody hit me up and said they have a YouTube channel. I may have that backwards, but when it all comes down to it, man, like I said, I want our quarterbacks and I want our team, our quarterback and Desmond Ridder, I want to protect themselves. I want to see these things that don't register on holidays. And this is what I always say, Peyton Manning will always be my GOAT, because Peyton Manning was the slowest dude in the universe. Okay, he's the slowest dude in the universe. Tom Brady, the slowest, most unathletic man you could ever see. And these guys dominated for 15 plus years. Even in his last year, this man went to a damn Super Bowl. All was shot, and he still won a Super Bowl. Why? It's because these all intricate details that we talk about. Learning how to run an offense. Learning when a defense does this, I can check out and hand the ball off to my running back. This is one of the most underestimated and this is one of the most all right, let me get this right. All right, I know the word for it. This is one of the most underrated aspects of a quarterback, is knowing when a play is dead. Knowing when to hand the damn ball off to your running back. Knowing when a team is blitzing, I need to call a slant in those hot routes. These are the things, these hot zones. Like, these are the things that quarterbacks have to worry about. This is why it's important for quarterbacks to learn the playbook first. And this is the reason. All right, I answer another question for you guys that you probably had in your mind. This is the reason why Desmond Ridder did not start over Marcus Mariota. And I did not see the game last night, but I heard Marcus Mariota played like absolute crap. Well, he was smarter than Desmond Ridder. He knew the offense. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple. It's nothing more and nothing less about that. None more, none less. So again, thank you, Dwayne Bodie, for the super chat, $20 super chat. I truly appreciate that. But this is one of the most underrated aspects. Like, look, as a quarterback, in my opinion, Desmond Ridder has always been far superior than Marcus Mariota. So seeing Marcus Mariota play bad as a quarterback, it doesn't surprise me. But this is the reason why he got the start over Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder did not know Arthur Smith's offense. So this is why guys like Michael Walker get cut all the time. This is why Vic Beasley is out of the league. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's an exceptional athlete. But if you don't have the heart and you don't have the brains to learn the defense and learn the offense, this is why your ass is going to get cut. This is why Takk McKinley, he's a fucking moron. Let's keep it. Takk is a fucking idiot. As talented he is, and like the passion that he plays and that he has, he's a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna keep it real. Most of these players that you see are fucking idiots. They're great, exceptional athletes. Frank Darby is a great athlete. Did a wonderful job of getting himself ready for the season. But guess what? He's not good at football. Again, he's not good at football. You got to be able to dominate one trait. Nobody can sit here and tell me that outside of going deep, and he's very bad at that because he ain't been successful at that during the game. He does all Frank Darby does all this exciting things in practice. And then when you put him on the field, he loses his fucking mind. Chuck was good. So it's not about whether or not guys have skill sets, because everybody have skills. Like, you got so many athletes. Like, we just seen Demir Bird, damn near he got hurt again. The dude run like a 4.2 speed. This dude is fast as hell. But why is he a journeyman wide receiver? Because he can't fucking play. He can't catch slants. He can't catch things. He drops balls. He's always injured. These are the reasons why guys get cut. Not because he's not a phenomenal athlete. It's because of small, intricate detail that we do not pay attention to. You got to be able to understand what the heck's going on. You can't go to work and say, all right, I'm gonna be a fucking nuclear physicist. All right, that's my high. I graduated from, Harvard, and I'm become a nuclear physicist. Yeah, you may have, graduated from Harvard learning how to be a nuclear physicist, but if you can't fucking apply it, what good is it? You got a degree for no fucking reason. You don't even know what to do. You don't even have the heart to stand in those nuclear plants. Because I know a dude that actually, my boy Dre, out there in Arizona, doesn't have this massive degree to deal with all this hazardous material, nuclear material that he has at Intel. Like, they just had an incident at Intel where a dude got blown the fuck up. Dre don't have this stuff, so you gotta be able. Dre don't have all these degrees. He in the Navy, you know what I'm saying? He went to the freaking Navy, but he don't have all these degrees. Why? Because he went to the Navy. He actually got trained. Okay, he got trained to be able to have the heart and the passion and the mental capacity to stay in there. And this is why I got so much respect for people in the war, because you have in the military. Excuse me. But like a lot of these people, you gotta have the heart. You gotta have the heart. Be able to stand in there. You gotta be able to have the heart to stand there and not flinch in the face of danger. Not flinch because people are talking crap about you. This is what the NFL is about. Everybody has degrees. Everybody can have big time numbers. But not everybody has the heart. Not everybody has the passion, and not everyone is willing to learn about every aspect of the game. And this is the reason why Peyton Manning is one of the greatest. This is one of the reasons why Matt Ryan is one of the greatest. This is one of the reasons why Tom Brady is one of the greatest. Because his heart, his passion, and the willingness to learn and do anything and everything, whether it's positive or it's negative, to win the damn game. These are the things that separates the Deion Sanders from the D'Angelo Halls. Primetime sat his ass in the damn film room. He looked at motherfuckers' toes. He looked at their knees. Are they wide? Are they in? Like, these are the things that the legends focus on. If you sit down and listen to Mike Tyson, his boxing, like, if he says things like this. If you look at like his thing, if you ever look at a Mike Tyson, I'm a huge boxing guy also. Mike Tyson, he already had people scared of him before he even got in the damn ring, just watching them work out. If you just watch a Mike Tyson workout, you was like, yeah, I can't beat this dude. This dude is a fucking monster. Michael Jordan, you guys have heard the stories where people said Shaquille O'Neal, this dude is 7'2", 340 pounds in his prime, and said he was fucking, he feared Michael Jordan. He feared this guy. Why? Because Michael Jordan knew the art, okay? This dude was Michael Jordan knew the art of psychology and the art of hard work and determination. These are the aspects of the game. So when I look at Desmond Ridder tonight, and I know I want like a whole, but these are the things I want everybody to get a clear picture of what greatness is. athletics, running a 4.2 and having a great shuttle time and all this goofy shit, that shit don't matter. It don't matter at all. Here's a factor, but all that shit don't matter. It comes down to passion, heart, and studying the game. Those three things are what make legend players. Those three things are what makes great players. Terrell Owens, again, a workout warrior, passionate, and he studied. Now, he might be a fucking moron, but those are what makes them great. So, again, nothing against a Frank Darby. I think he's a wonderful player, and a wonderful person, but it's not good enough because you have to apply on the field. So if it doesn't apply on the field, nothing freaking matters. I don't care. Arthur doesn't care about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda did. Either you do it, or I'm gonna bring another motherfucker in here to do what you can't do. So these are the things when people talk about what the hell do they see in Desmond Ridder? Well, I just said it. Desmond Ridder can command an offense with just his mere presence. Desmond Ridder is a film guru. He watches everything. Just go look at his games just go look at his interviews with Jordan Palmer, Carson Palmer's brother. Him and Drake London. Like right now, guess who's teaching this guy? Guess who's teaching Bijan Robinson right now? The Falcons offense. In year 2 with the Atlanta Falcons, he's already becoming the leader of that offense. Yeah, Desmond Ridder teaching Bijan the offense. They didn't put Bijan with CP. They didn't say to sit in the room with CP. They told him to go to Desmond Ridder. Your head coach told your rookie running back not to sit with CP, but sit with Desmond Ridder. Why is that? Because those are underrated aspects of the game that we like a lot of fans, like we don't have the time. Or we just don't care to worry about studying. And if a guy is weak mentally, he gonna go on Twitter and act like goddamn DeAndre what that motherfucking name? What the linebacker at Green Bay? Goddamn D something, goddamn. But I don't know why I got a brain fart with him. But he gonna Campbell, good God almighty. I knew it was Campbell. I don't know why I was thinking D'Angelo Malone, but Campbell, like, he not going on Twitter because some fans, heckled him. Like Grady Jerry been in Atlanta for 9 years, going on his 9th year. Have you seen Grady Jerry now just having a whole fucking meltdown because a fan say he sucks? Like, these are the things that you have to take in consideration when we talk about football players. I can't have no weak dudes around me, bro. Why? Because when things don't go their way, they're going to start going to Twitter. They're going to start telling the media and doing all this weak crap. So these are the things that you got to be able to, like, these are the aspects of the game that you have to take in consideration. So the long answer when it comes down to Desmond Ridder, what I'm going to be focused on is those unspoken things. The things that people don't necessarily talk about. Ball handling. Like, if anybody, I'm going to ask you this question. What happened? Did y'all see when Marcus Mariota was the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons? One person on the offensive line had a major issue with one particular aspect. Anybody want to take a guess on that offensive line? That one guy, when Marcus Mariota was the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, one guy had a major problem. Who is that guy? I want to know you guys get on the same page as what I'm thinking. Southside. There you go, Southside. Michael, yep. Yeah. Dang. Jay, yeah. That's it. One guy had a major problem with snaps. Old chicken holler. It like these are the things that I'm talking about. The small intricate details that could lose you games and lose you drives and end drives. These are the things that I'm talking about. Something is we call minuscule as a fucking snap. We had a major problem with the snap. Why? Because of Marcus Mariota. And then when Desmond Ridder got into that, guess what happened? All of that shit went away. All of those issues with the snap went away. Why? Because Desmond Ridder actually spent time with Dahlman to get on his level, to understand what his weaknesses are, so he can improve as an offensive lineman. So these are the things that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Even Drake had a problem with holding on to the ball when he fumbled. Guess what our quarterback did? Soon as it happened, he ran straight to the guy and said, "It's okay, we're gonna get him next time." Yeah. Our quarterback ran straight to the guy and said, "Don't worry about it, Drake. We're gonna get him next time. I'm gonna come right back to you." That's a fucking leader, dog. That's what the fuck I want in my quarterback. I don't give a fuck about no 4.2 speed. I don't give a damn about whether or not he can goddamn throw the ball 50 yards or he passes the ball for 4 or 5. I don't give a damn about none of that. If our quarterback isn't a leader, if our quarterback isn't passionate about commanding a team and winning, I don't give a damn about none of those scouting reports and how what he runs in a 40 and all this goofy shit. You know how many guys that we've seen 350 pounds, but they soft as shit? They get pushed around and half of them can't even stand the lead because they soft. So again, this is what I'm going to be focused on when it comes down to Desmond Ridder tonight. Is those unspoken things, the most underrated aspects of football. That's what I'm going to be focused on with Desmond Ridder. So, one is Desmond Ridder. Two, I want to see Bijan mustard. All right? Not because I want to put them on my chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets, y'all. I'm like 5-year-old kids when it comes to chicken nuggets. I eat chicken nuggets all goddamn week, all day, every day, every second of the day. I just eat chicken nuggets. All right, but Bijan mustard. I want to see how he reacts to bad offensive line play. I doubt if we get to see too much of him. As far as a runner, I think we'll be able to say, but I don't think the Falcons, I could be wrong, but I don't think the Falcons are going to come out, spread him out wide and do it. I think they're going to get him acclimated as a runner first. I think that's what we're going to see from Chicken Nugget Mike over here, man. Shout out to Old Chicken Hall. I just had to say that. But I want to see how Bijan plays with a bad offensive line. All right, I want to see how Bijan plays with a bad offensive line. Like, we have a good offensive line, bro. But I want to see how he reacts to bad offensive line play. I know that probably just cynical and just absolutely crazy to say that. I don't think we'll have bad offensive line play as far as the running game is concerned, but I want to see how he reacts when those holes aren't as good. Because what makes great linebackers, but what makes great running back is not the ability to run behind those holes. Oh, I got holes in different area codes. I want to see how Bijan Robinson reacts when the holes aren't there. Is he going to turn to Tevin Coleman, who can't get 2-3 yards if he doesn't have an open hole? Or is he going to be like a Barry Sanders or Adrian Peterson? Or he's going to become a Barry Sanders? Like, he's going to be able to use his quickness and his shiftiness or his vision like LT, because a lot of people that like LT is one of my favorite runners of all time, the Danian Tomlinson. When he did not have a hole, LT is a guy that ran with vision first. He was super fast, super athletic, but he would see a hole close up, and it's like in mid thought. It's like mid thought, or this ain't gonna work. And you'll see him just completely shift from going from the right side of the line and go all the way to the left side. And you was like, God damn, how the hell he see that hole? Like, these are the things that I'm looking for Bijan. So I want to see from Bijan Robinson how, when these holes aren't there, how he reacts. Can he make something out of nothing? I know he's going to catch the ball well. I know he's going to be a big-time speed guy and a big play guy for us. But I want to see how he reacts when there's nothing there. That's what makes great running backs. And when there's nothing there, can he still make a play? This is what I'm going to be focused on. So not only that, but what I saw, I think another thing too, since CP is not going to be playing, I think they're going to give your boy, because Igwebuike, all right, Igwebuike, I think Igwebuike is going to have another opportunity, because I think that fourth spot is going to be Igwebuike and Carlos Washington Jr. Now, Carlos Washington Jr., obviously he's a young guy, he's a rookie, and I think he's a rookie for the most part, and I know he's going to make mistakes. He made a couple of mistakes, but one mistake is when Logan Woodside needed him to run a route, he stopped running, and Arthur Smith and those guys got in his behind for that. So these are the things that I think Igwebuike and Carlos Washington Jr., those guys are going to have every opportunity to make big plays in this game. I don't think the offense is going to play outside of a quarter. I don't think that. I could see them not playing. I can see them playing 2 quarters, but if they come out like on all cylinders, they come out dominant in the first quarter, I see no reason to keep playing the first team in the second quarter. So it's all predicated of whether or not the offense gets off to a fast start. Because obviously we lost a couple of guys, and people are overreacting as far as these injuries concerned. Like, teams are gonna get hurt. Like that's going to happen. That's why you want depth. Things are going to happen in the NFL. Teams are going to get hurt. Somebody going to pull a hamstring, going to have a sore ankle. All this thing is going to happen. But the depth is what's going to save the Atlanta, and they're still fine. Okay, they have quality offensive linemen backing up these guys, and we saw that in the first preseason game. But those are the things that I'm going to be focused on as far as the running backs concerned. The wide receivers, not too concerned about it. Looking at Slade Bolden, I think Sexton is a guy that may see a lot of action with the twos, just to see what he's going to be able to give to this team. I think he's another a guy that I'm going to be focused on as far as the receivers is concerned. I think we good at wide receiver. I want to see Mac. I want to see how Mac. Mac Hollins. I want to see how he gets off. How dominant. How they're going to be able to, like, how he's going to be used. I think they're going to use him over the middle a hell of a lot. Actually, we're going to have, Drake London doing some things. So that's going to be interesting. So the wide receivers, offensive line, I'm not concerned about offensive line. I want to see Jalen Mayfield continuously, on his path. They got him playing left and right tackle. So we may see a little left tackle from Jalen Mayfield this year, this preseason game. But I'm certain that he's going to play a lot of right tackle. Also, one thing with Jalen Mayfield, people just got to get. Sometimes it takes offensive linemen longer. Sometimes the guy don't get into his 5th or 6th year. That's very common with offensive line. The guys don't get it to their 5th or 6th year. There's been plenty of guys like that. they got a late start and then they end up becoming a day. Like most offensive linemen struggle in their first 2 to 3 years. So it's not uncommon to get off to a bad start. And they end up having, a very solid year. I mean, we've had a center here in Hawley. Joe Hawley did not play a lot here in Atlanta. But when he got his chance, when Mud Duck even left, and then we needed a center, and that Peter Kahn shit was a complete disaster. He came in and he made an impact. But that was after 2-3 years. So it's very common for guys to end up starting off to a slow start and finishing their career as a solid offensive lineman. If you look at a guy that we have at left guard, Andy Levitre, another one of those guys. He was drafted high. He was drafted fairly high, and he ended up not playing the way that we expected. In Tennessee, he wasn't playing the way. He had a lot of injuries. Wasn't consistent in passing, pass protection. So they ended up trading him away. Obviously to the Atlanta Falcons, but when he came to the Atlanta Falcons, he's one of our most consistent offensive linemen. So it's very common for offensive linemen to play, get off to a slow start. So I'm not worried about not Jalen Mayfield. We got to worry about Jalen Mayfield too much. We got a major problem on the offensive line because Caleb McGarry doing a wonderful job. Obviously, you have one of the better guards, and I think he's the best guard in the league. And excuse me, but Chris Lindstrom, I think he's the best guard in the league. Nobody gets to the second level and dominate and think as fast as he does as a guard. I don't think it's nobody. I think he's the best guard in the NFL, and maybe that's a little bit of bias, but I still think he's the best guard in the league. So the offensive line, not too worried about that. I want to see a guy probably outside of Mayfield, maybe preferably the left tackle. We can get a left tackle in there. I don't trust Tyler Vrabel at all. He's been awfully bad. I haven't seen too much improvement with him as a pass protector. He's been god awful. Didn't look too good at practice also. Few other guys, but defensive side of the ball, I think what I'm going to be focused on is linebacker play, and not from Troy, not from Caden, but I'm going to be focused on Nathan Landman. I think Nathan Landman it showcases not only that athleticism that we need, but he's starting to get it. He's starting to understand what he and doesn't have the greatest athleticism, but when he sees things, he acts. And that's what you want in a linebacker. Not to think too much is why Michael Walker, phenomenal athlete, but he thinks too much and he thinks too slowly. So linebackers, if you can get a linebacker to not think as much and just react, this is why Devondre Campbell ended up playing a lot better in Green Bay because they put him in all they did was Devondre Campbell. Let's just be Devondre Campbell. All they did with him was say, all right, we're not going to put you in coverage. All you do is tack. They had great corners. They had a guy in Jerry Gray that took away a lot of zones with a lot of things that he does. And that's another underestimated aspect of this team and this defense, that they have a guy like Jerry Gray who can design coverages to be able to get guys out of coverage like a Devondre Campbell, who's not very good. So all Green Bay did with him, this is what he won't talk about, because even when he was in Arizona, he played like ass. He played like the exact same Devondre Campbell in Arizona, and that's why Arizona didn't re-sign him. So all this junk that he talking about, and he holding all remorse, all this bad energy for the Atlanta Falcons, is all predicated because he's just mad. He can't get over it. But the truth of the matter with Devondre Campbell is that he is a guy that they told, don't move and just do this. That's all they did with Devondre Campbell. Doing a wonderful job as a player, but they told him to worry about one thing, don't think too much and tackle the ball. That's all they did. Go after the ball. So, Jude, what's happening, bro? But that's what he did with Devondre Campbell. And yes, he's done a great job, but they don't tell Devondre to cover in Green Bay. They say stay in his zone and don't fucking move. When you see something, you attack. That's all they did. You don't see him running sideline to sideline, covering the damn tight end. You don't see none of that shit. They got the Georgia linebacker to do all that. Quay, I think that's Quay. But they asked the Georgia linebacker to do all that. They don't ask him to do none of that. Okay? They don't ask him to do none of that. They got a great system design in Green Bay, largely due to the fact of a Jerry Gray that made him Quay Walker. But they don't ask him to do much. So that's why a lot of times it becomes an issue of how coaches use players. A lot of the time, not most of the time, but a lot of the times it's all about how coaches use guys. So the linebackers, it's going to be Nathan Landman. My focus is going to be on Nathan Landman. The secondary, man, I like what I'm seeing with Breon Borders. I think he's another one of those guys that could be I wouldn't even say surprise. I'm going to just be honest, man. Darren Hall might be in trouble. Darren Hall might be in trouble because there's no way in the absolute hell that D. Alford is going anywhere. Especially when he returned the punt the way he did, he's going absolutely nowhere. So DeAndre Alford, aka D. Alford, he's not going any damn where. That dude is going to be here in Atlanta. So he's here to stay. I like what I saw with Breon Borders. He's competing like hell, and I think he's going to be suspended for the first 2 games. So I expect him to be on the roster, but maybe it's like the practice squad, or he may just make the squad in its entirety. But I like what I see from D. Alford. I like what I'm seeing from quite a few cornerbacks. Haven't heard too much about Cornell Armstrong. He's a guy. Also, the safeties, I think Jalen Hawkins is going to be there. I'm seeing big hit, that hit stick, that human hit stick, and DeMar Hillams. And I know a lot of Alabama fans, I don't know what the fuck wrong with Alabama. Like, just think everybody ass. If you're not putting up big numbers at Alabama, everybody just ass. Like that. I can't stand Alabama fans. They some fucking morons. Excuse me if you're an Alabama fan, but they some freaking morons. Like, if you're not great, they think suck. And DeMarcus Hillum does one thing well. He does a couple things. He's a terrific athlete. And he hits, and he recognizes, and he's always in the right spot, right? Not all safeties are going to be like a Ed Reed, like he can do it all. You're not going to see that, all right? But he does exactly what he's always in the right spot. He tackles well, and he's in the spot. But when it all comes down to the secondary and the safeties, I think Jalen Hawkins, Richie Grant, those guys are going to be here. And then obviously you got, as Kiara says, JB, her husband, a.k.a. Jesse Bates. She always throwing her draws. She want to throw her draws at Jesse Bates, y'all. So check out Kiara at one time for the fan. And out of your Falcon mind. Those guys over there doing a good job providing content for Falcon content creators. Always shout out to everybody. But J.C. Bates, Richie Grant, you got a 4-5 head monster right there at safety. So the Falcons are set in my eyes. So I'm not worried about that. I think they're going to do a wonderful job there. Obviously, there's a little bit of a concern. I don't think it's an issue, but it's concern as far as the chemistry between Pinion and Young Wei Koo and their holding. Now, I don't know for sure if that was an issue with the snap or that horrible field in Miami. That shit is garbage. All right, that's another thing. That's a whole nother subject. But that shit that they got in Miami, that feels garbage. Like, I'm surprised they haven't had a lot of injuries there, but I think they'll be fine. Clark Phillips, I think I think he's still suffering from an injury, an injury, and I don't know what the fuck. Who the fuck is that? My bad. But I think for the most part he'll be fine as far as they'll be fine as far as the cornerback position until Clark is back 100%. I wouldn't necessarily play him. I wouldn't necessarily pay him in this preseason game. Probably the last preseason game to kind of get, his cardio together and whatnot. So Clark Phillips is another guy. And that's why I say that Cornell Armstrong, Darren Hall, those guys are in major trouble because we're so deep in the secondary. So that's going to be my focus when it comes down to this Atlanta Falcons team and its entirety. Another thing too that I'm going to be watching and more focus on is how and if Dave Ragone is going to call plays for the Falcons in this particular game. Is Arthur Smith going to come out and call a few plays? I expect him to call a few plays in the first quarter just to kind of get, or will it be Dave Ragone that come in and call some plays? Anything happens during the course of the game, and Arthur may feel like he needs to be more of a motivator to kind of get his troops riled up, and he was like, all right, I got to focus on, riding the troops up, and I need to delegate my responsibilities to the offense coordinator, that is Dave Ragone. So we got Dave Ragone. We have Matt Sharp there also. He's another guy that can kind of call some plays too. See how the Falcons, I know he's a numbers guy right now by definition, but he's there to kind of study to be an offensive coordinator and eventually get a job as a coach. That's the reason why he's with the Falcons. But I think we're good as far as the coaching concerned, but like defensively, it's Jerry Gray's show. All right, let make no mistake about it. He's the guy. He's the assistant head coach, and he's really in charge of the defense. All right, Jerry Gray is essentially in charge of the defense. So I want to see how Ryan Nielsen calls plays, and I want to see if it's attacking style. Are they playing man to man, or keep up that same intensity that they did in the first game? So outside of that, man, this has been your boy, Mad Mike. You got a few questions, throw it out there. But I think our defense is fine. I think our defense is fine. I think the team will be fine. But like I stated earlier in this live, I think this is all about Desmond Ridder. The real fans and the real followers of the Atlanta Falcons, we'll focus on the entire team, the team in its entirety, and focus on everyone. Running game, offensive line, who's going to step out, who's going to make a big play. These are the things that we worried about. But the national media, this is going to be a shit show. Okay? Again, y'all can follow us on Twitter, Utah Sports, Mad Mike Sports, Six Man K Styles, that man called Dunn, Wordplay Kid, aka LT, Big Sam, Chauncey, all of us, Rashad, we all on Twitter. Kiara, she's there. If you see Desbiana, JB Bates or some crap that girl out of her damn mind. But if you can follow her on there, man, follow us on Twitter, man, and just have some fun. And just we're not having a space. I don't think we have a space, but we will be in the Discord. So again, everybody, you can hit us up. If you're not a member of the Discord, we'll send you a link there. But outside of that, man, I appreciate everybody for joining me. This has been your boy Mad Mike with the Atlanta Falcons, Cincinnati Bengals preseason 2 review. These are my thoughts. Go back, watch it. We'll probably have something. I know we have a pre-game show. Coach is going to have a watch party, so y'all can head over to Coach's channel. But please do me a favor. Everybody right now on this channel, before you leave, tell everybody about the heavy hitters. All right, make sure you tell everybody about the heavy hitters. We have our own channel. It's going to be specifically for Atlanta, the heavy hitters. All right, we're gonna have all the heavy hitter live shows on the heavy hitters channel. So head over to the heavy hitters live. All right, their own channel. The link is pinned in this particular video. Head over. All right, I will pin it right after this live video, so you can go over there, subscribe. I think we are like 129, 130, something like that, trying to get to 500 before the season. It is possible, but gotta help. You know, I want you guys to help us reach that mark so we can get to 500 over there at the heavy hitters. THEE. All right, the heavy hitters live channel. So throw that in there. Can't miss us. But again, head over to the disc. Hit us up on, our respective social media platforms. Ask if you want to be a part of the Discord. J Rock will be hosting that tonight. But we will be doing a live watch party tonight. So head over, ask for the Discord link, and we'll send that for you guys. And that's all I got to say about that. Your boy, man, Mac is out, man. Peace.